Today we're talking about posing as senior boys. Dun dun dun! I feel like that should be a part of the intro. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kelsey and I am a senior photographer based here in Richmond, Virginia. And this channel is just my fun little space where I like to share some helpful tips and tricks for your senior photography business, as well as some fun vlogs, behind the scenes, life things, just everything you could want, because I love personal content as well. So welcome to my channel. If you are new here, or if you haven't downloaded this yet, I have a freebie down in the description box just for you that's called Posing for Gen Z, which if you're a senior photographer and you're watching this video, this will be helpful for you in the coming season, summer season. Fall is gonna be here before we know it, and this is my guide of my go-to prompts for super trendy, fun poses for your seniors that they love. All my girls have loved all these poses, they're so fun. So please be sure to grab that. It's just right down below. All you have to do is type in your email and it's sent straight to you. So please be sure to grab that first off, and let's head into today's video. Okay, so let's talk about posing senior boys. It can be a little scary, a little daunting if you are a female and you have a hard time posing senior boys. So let's be real. Senior guys do not want their senior pictures taken most of the time. Most of the time it's either their mom or their parents. Somebody is making them have their senior pictures done, which is totally fine. It's just one of those things they gotta get through. But I used to be so scared when it came to posing senior boys. I am a girl's girl through and through. So posing senior girls has always come super natural to me, and posing senior guys has taken me a little bit to get used to and comfortable with, but now I have a pretty good workflow of posing senior boys. And today I'm gonna be sharing 6 of my favorite boy poses that I do at every single guy session. Some basic, some fun ones, but hopefully these will help you at your next boy senior session. So I'm gonna share the pose and talk a little bit about it, and then you are going to get to see a real life me at a senior session posing a dude, and you'll get to see exactly how I do it, how I save the poses, give them the prompts. So our first pose is the one that I always just start right off the bat with, and it is a arms crossed pose. And I will typically start off just like a girl's senior session on the side that they prefer. Sometimes they don't care, sometimes they do care. Like in today's video, you'll see Justin, he preferred to stand on his right side because his hair was swooped to the right. So I always like to ask, because you want them to be comfortable, and if they want to be on a certain side with their hair flowing a certain way, let them do it. I always start off with this pose and ask them what side they like best, and it is just arms crossed. I'll have them stand feet a little bit wider than shoulder width apart and smiling at the camera, and then of course I'll go through the different angles of smiling over your shoulder, looking back at me, straight face, or I call it a game face. The boys like that, they know what I'm talking about. So just the straight face looking at the camera, and here's what that pose looks like in real life. Okay.
Because then you can see the hair
better. I was gonna say the swoop
maybe
works that way. We'll try to flip it out or switch it out throughout the session, but I always like to start on the good side. So let's start kind of angled this way. Let's start off with this little arms crossed here. And, yep, smiling right here first. Oh, this is gonna be so good! I'm so excited. And then I want you smiling off that way, over your shoulder. Yep, just like that. And then one more time back here at me. Perfect. I'm gonna be on my tippy toes the whole time.
I was thinking she needs a stool.
Normally it's the opposite. Everybody's shorter than me. You know I was. Okay, do the same pose one more time. I'm just gonna back it up a little bit. Perfect. And then smiling off over your shoulder one more time. Perfect. Okay, so second pose that I'm sharing with you today is a leaning pose. I tend to do a lot more leaning poses with guys. I don't know, I just feel like it looks a little more casual, candid for guys. And this one is just leaning up against a little wall. And what I like to do for a leaning pose is have the guys cross their ankles or just bring one foot over in front of the other, just like they're really hanging out, chilling, super chill vibe, you know? And since Justin had on a jacket, I pulled from my wedding groom's portfolio of poses and had him holding onto his suit jacket, and then his other hand was up on the ledge behind him. So this pose can kind of you know, may not work in every situation, but I'm going for the chill, laid-back vibe for this pose that feels really more natural to them. So here's what this pose looks like in real life.
Like how?
Just like, yeah, and those cross ankles. Let's see, right hand holding onto the jacket. I like this hand up on the grip. Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. And then let's go over your shoulder. And then smile back at me again. Okay, so this next pose is one that I have just recently started doing, but I love the way that it looks. And funny prompt for this one is I tell them that this is their making money business deal pose. And so I will have them angle off to the side and with their hands either do like a hands rubbing together or just kind of like hands clasped together, kind of laughing back over their shoulder looking at me, but just that kind of keep the movement going. And I don't know, I feel like this is a real like businessman making business deals, making money move. And so the guys have loved this one recently. And if you're like, I have no idea what she's talking about, well, here's what it looks like. Yeah, you can come on the sidewalk, sorry. And then, yeah, just kind of like maybe rub your hands together, that kind of thing. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, exactly what you're just doing. Like, yeah, literally, you were literally doing it.
It's a guy thing.
I know, that's what I was telling him. Okay, and then you can be smiling at me though. Yeah, actually let's back it up a little bit. Back,
So you're out of the sun.
right there. Smile at me. Yeah, I like it. And kind of come back over your shoulder. Perfect. Cool. Alright, so pose number 4, we are down on the ground for this one, and it is just a sitting pose, and I will do this one sitting up against the wall or sitting, you know, just open. But the first one that you'll see is Justin sitting up against a wall, and for this one I had him bring both knees up, arms just kind of hovering, or not hovering, but arms on top of his knees. Hear his mom in the background go, oh, that one's really natural. I love that one. That's something that he would do normally. So, if you hear that from a mom in the background, you know you're doing something right. So here's what this pose looks like. And then you'll see me transition him from both knees up to tucking one knee under, because I felt like with both knees up, it was very just like and it was hard to focus on just his face. So when I moved his knee tucked under, I could focus more on his face and just overall seemed a little more natural, flattering, compositionally looked a little better. So here's what that pose looks like.
I like that. I like that pose.
You like this one?
That's natural for him.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And then the left one, that one and smile back. And then just for one more, keep that leg under, like, yeah. And then let's do straight there again. Yep. Cool. Okay. Alright, you can stand up. Alright, and pose number 5 is a walking pose. Surprise, surprise. You know I love my walking poses. And for this one, I had Justin walk parallel to the camera. Is that parallel walking? Anyways, I had Justin walking sideways across the camera like this. And then I had him go towards the camera like this. And so I love a walking pose for guys. I think it looks super natural too. And Justin had brought along some fun sunglasses, and so we played around with those for his walking shot, where you will see me talking to him as he's walking. Also, to note, Justin killed the walking pose. I had mentioned early on in the session that the key to walking poses is to walk really slow, and he took that seriously, and the boy did a good job walking slow. So you will see me telling him to put the glasses on, look back over his shoulder, and then take the glasses off. I loved those candid shots of him taking the glasses off. They looked so cool, and so I love this pose for guys, especially if they, a lot of times I'll tell them to, like, this is your GQ moment, like, take it slow, look at your watch, look to the side, use those business hands, making money, and then just straight face towards the camera, and then also smiling. So here is two versions of Justin walking, one on the rooftop and one in his cap and gown, and you'll see what that looks like. And then you're looking back over your shoulder, and then you're taking them off. Perfect.
He's got it.
Yep. Looking off this way. Other side. Keep going. Okay, cool. The sign. Okay, so last pose that I love for a senior guy session is a hands in pocket pose. I will do this one throughout the entire session. I don't do it as often with girls, but I feel like it's so natural for guys to do hands in pockets. And the key that I actually prefer, maybe this is a hot take honestly, is I like thumbs out of the pockets. I know some people like thumbs in. I personally like them out so it doesn't look like their hands are just chopped off. But maybe you can let me know in the comments. Do you prefer thumbs tucked in or thumbs tucked out of pockets? Let me know. So here's Justin's pose with hands in pockets, and I was doing this with his cap and gown on, which looked amazing in the final photos. And you'll see me go in real close to him, and this is where I had him look off to the side and was getting a detail shot of that 2023 tassel on his cap. Hands in pockets, just kind of like relaxing back into one leg, and it looked super sweet. So here's what that pose looked like.
Bring this side of the cord down.
Oh, yes.
Make it even. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I keep going.
There you go. Yeah, and let's do both hands in pockets. That's good.
Love it. Smile on forward. Okay, so that is it for today's video. I hope that it was really helpful for you, and especially if you have a senior guy session coming up. Come back to this video, jot them down, stick it in the membrane, and you will be good to go. And also, don't forget about that freebie that I have in the description box just for you. It is my Posing for Gen Z guide of my go-to prompts for super fun, trendy posing that you can use at your next senior session. And yeah, I will see y'all next week with another video, and please give this video a good ol' like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye!